Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurfata binti Azmi, number matric 305767, and I will explain about the definition and function of fiqh maxims. Fiqh maxims are general legal principles that provide a holistic framework for understanding Sharia rulings, particularly in Muamalat. They are not merely linguistic expression but practical tools that help derive ruling for contemporary issue not explicitly mentioned in primary sources. In today's evolving Muamalat and Halal industry, these maxims ensure justice, prevent harm, and protect consumer interests amid changing technology and markets. One key maxim, La Darar wala Dirar, plays a vital role in regulating transaction and halal governance by prohibiting harm and retaliatory harm, thereby upholding fairness and the objective of Sharia. The maxim La Darar wala Dirar can be defined terminologically as a Sharia principle that prohibits all forms of harm in dealings, whether direct or indirect, intentional or unintentional, including harm arising from the implementation of contracts. Under this maxim, various types of harm are strictly forbidden, such as fraud, exploitation, borrow, riba, price manipulation, and halal contamination. Consequently, the maxim has a significant impact on contractual relationship as it prevents any action that oppresses or unfairly disadvantages others and renders contracts or their effect invalid when they result in harm to any party. The principle of La Dara wa La Dira is strongly supported by evidence from both the Quran and the Hadith. The Quran repeatedly condemns injustice and oppression and clearly prohibits action that violate fairness, deny the rights of others, or lead to harm and destruction in human life. This is further reinforced by the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ who said there should be neither harm or nor reciprocating harm, as narrated by Ibn Majah and Al-Daraqutni. This hadith is widely regarded as a foundational legal principle in Sharia and serves as a core basis for preventing harm in all forms of dealings. The objective of the Ma'azib Ladara Waladira in transaction is to ensure that all dealings are conducted fairly, transparently, and free from opposition while preventing any party from gaining an unjust advantage and safeguarding the rights of both consumers and business operators. This maxim is closely connected to Maqasid al-Sharia as it helps preserve the five essential elements, particularly the protection of property and overall societal welfare in Muamalat. It also plays a vital role in preventing various forms of harm such as economic disruption, exploitation, fraud, unlawful loss, and market instability. Practically, the maxim serves as a foundational principle in Islamic financial contracts, halal standards, consumer protections laws, dispute resolution mechanisms, and commercial policies that promote justice and social well-being.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aifa Iriani binti Zulkifli. My number matric 305821. I want to present about type of darar and fixed application. First, we see darar al-nafsi. Darar al-nafsi refers to all form of harm that befall the body. It includes injury, pain, threat of safety, neglect of health care, or anything that dangerous a person's physical dignity. For example, buying and selling dangerous goods without clear information, such as chemical machine that can harm user. This is considered to contain element of darar and tadlis because it considered danger. Next is darar al-mali. Darar al-mali refers to harm to property because it involves loss, injustice, and interference with property right that occur as a result of the action of others, whether internationally or unintentionally. For example, lost property that occurs as a result of negligence by other party in caring for or protecting the property. Property is a trust that must be protected with full responsibility in accordance with the Maqasid Syariah. Therefore, any action that can damage or reduce the value of property must be avoided. If darar al-mali occurs in a transaction or muamalat, the Sharia stipulates that the party responsible for the harm bear the consequence and restore the situation. The next type of darar is darar al-aqli. Darar al-aqli refer to all form of harm or damage that affect the function of a person's mind. When the mind disturbed, a person is no longer able to think clearly, judge good and bad, and make wise decision. In Islam, sanity is the main condition for the validity of contract and legal responsibility in every transaction. When a person's mind is disturbed, then his ability to make the right decision in a transaction will be affected. In this case, a transaction carried out by an individual whose mind is disturbed will be considered invalid because it does not meet the condition for the validity of a contract in Islam, namely the ability to give rational consent. Darar am. Darar am refer to harm or negatively affect society or wider group than just a specific individual. Monopoly or ihtikar is one of the most obvious form of darar am in the context of muamalat. It occurs when an individual, a group of people control resources or basic necessities with the aim of raising price unfairly, thus harming society as a whole. This action not only harm consumer but also contaminates economy and social stability. In a hadith, messenger of Allah, Rasulullah SAW said, whoever monopolize food to detriment of the Muslim, Allah will monopolize him. Riwayat Muslim. And the last one is darar dini. Darar dini refer to the concept of harm in the religion context within Islamic law. In muamalat, any form of harm that touch religion, whether through misleading acts or exploitation in economics affair, is a violation of the basic principle of Islamic law.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Dirar Harun. My number entry is 305493. So today I want to discuss the topic modern muamalat and harmful cosmetic in the Halal industry. The development of technology and modern trade has changed the way transaction occur. We now have e-commerce platform, digital marketing, and global business network. While this made things convenient for consumers, it opened the door to potential risks from and not compliance with Sharia. To address this issue, Islamic provide guidance through the Fiqh maxim, la darar wa la dirar, which means we must not cause or allow any form of harm. One issue in modern muamalat is overpricing or fair hints, where the price of a product is raised far beyond its real value. This often happens on e-commerce platform or through influencer marketing, where the consumer are easily pursued to buy product worth much less than the price paid. In the fiqh, it is considered taklist or frown because it violates the principle of fairness in trade. The next issue is hidden charge, which create uncertainty or gharar. For example, in food delivery apps, digital banking, or telecommunication, consumers often do not know the total cost they have to pay. So in fiqh, contract must be clear and mutual concern must exist. Any hidden information that can cause is considered a violation of la darar wa la dirar. Excessive late payment charge in conventional financial transactions are also problematic. Penalties that increase over time can create compounding debts and lead to financial crisis. As we know, Islam strictly prohibits riba and condemns exploitation, as it can harm both individuals and the economic stability of society. In Islamic finance, late payment fees are only allowed to cover administrative costs, not as a source of profit. Some products are marketed as Islamic, but in reality contain elements of riba, gara, and maisir. Some products harm consumers both financially and religiously because they are believed the transactions are Sharia complements when they are not. The main focus today is harmful cosmetics in the halal industry. Many cosmetic products contain dangerous substances as mercury, hydroquinone, tretinoin, and steroid. This chemical can cause kidney damage, nervous system problems, allergy, skin irritation, and in some cases, even death. This is considered dangerous or harm to life. Besides high risk, consumers also face financial harms because many products use fake halal logos, fake KKM or NPRA certificates, and deceptive marketing strategies. In Malaysia, the Ministry of Health (KKM) has sanctioned many toxic and unregistered cosmetic products, including viral whitening cream and kilogram creams. From a Sharia perspective, this issue clearly violates the objective of protecting life and wealth. The principle al-Darar emphasizes that all harm must be removed, and everyone has a responsibility to ensure the transaction are fair, transparent, and safe.
The next is the application of the Islamic legal maxim in the case. It is focused on wisdom behind maxim. In the case of selling product with fake halal label or financial schemes that are said to be Islamic but contains element of usury, gharar, and tadlis, it can taint the public trust in the halal industry, and it affects public trust as well as cause harm to the public towards Sharia in the halal industry. According to the Darar principle, acts that cause harm like these are haram because they bring dangers to others. By enforcing transparency and accuracy of information, the application of the principle of Maqasid Sharia, namely Hifz al-Din, preserving religion, which emphasize the protection of religion and community beliefs, provides guidelines that any business that is deceptive, misleading, or misleading is haram. Because it causes haram, which is darar, and danger, which is dirar, to the religion and community belief. So, Hifz al-Din is preserved because the public can practice with confidence that the product, service, and are free from elements of fraud as well as strengthen the integrity of halal industry and public confidence in Islamic Muamalat transaction. In the context of Muamalat Fiqh as well, the maxim la darar wa la dirar plays an important role in upholding social justice and protecting the rights of the general public. For example, in today's practical case, this situation where the seller practice overpricing, which is wabun fahish, or hidden charge that cause loss and burden to consumers in terms of finance. So, to avoid harm for this case, the branch of Maxim al-Darar the harm caused by the practice of overpricing and hidden charge must be avoided. Therefore, the principle of la darar wa la dirar help ensure that consumer property is protected. in line with the Maqasid Sharia Hifz al-Mal, which is to safeguard property, which emphasize justice in property and transaction matters. Therefore, this magazine is important for consumers to obtain clear and accurate information about the price, content, and quality of product. And ultimately, their property in not harm, die to fraud and lead to transparency of traders, as well as protecting the interests of consumer and upholding justice in Muamalat, which is emphasized by the Maqasid Sharia principle of Hifz al-Mal. The last one is Hifz al-Nafs. The Qawaid Fiqh principle of Darar wala Dirar basically emphasize the prevention of harm and ensuring that all parties in a commercial transaction do not oppress or harm each other. In the context of the modern halal industry, the principle carries major wisdom because it provides guidance for evaluate and determine properties when faced modern challenge. It is indirectly related to the Maqasid Sharia provides more comprehensive guidance in determine of properties when faced in the modern halal industry. In the context of the modern halal industry, there are harmful cosmetics such as those contain mercury, steroid, and etc. This can affect the health and life of consumers. According to the medicine brush, Dar al-Mafasid Muqaddam al-Jalb al-Masaleh, which is preventing harm is more important than attracting benefit. Serious health harm must be avoided over any economic or commercial gain. By preventing that human life and health must be protected. It also prevents greater harm to human health. This is aligned with first Maqasid Sharia, which is Hifz al-Nafs, preserving life for Muslim, where Sharia demands that the physical safety and health of individuals be protected from any danger or risk of harm.
In conclusion, the Ma'zin la Dara wala Dira is a fundamental principle in Islamic law that plays a crucial role in regulating muamalat and halal-related activities. It ensures the prevention of harm, protection of welfare, and promotion of justice of in both economic and social dealings. Through its application, stakeholders are guided to conduct contracts and business operations in a fair, transparent, and non-oppressive manner, while safeguarding consumer interests, protecting vulnerable groups, and maintaining market stability. Beyond its legal function, the maxim also serves as an ethical and social framework, remaining highly relevant in addressing contemporary challenges such as digital transactions, global commerce, and consumer protection. Overall, understanding and applying this maxim is essential in achieving the holistic objective in Sharia and ensuring societal well-being.